lining up in punt formation. Look it up.
You're never gonna make it. You're not good enough. There's a million other people with the same stuff. You really think you're different, man? You must be kidding. Think you're gonna hit it, but you just don't get it. It's impossible. It's not probable. You're irresponsible. Too many obstacles. You gotta stop and go. You gotta take us though. You can't be a pro. Don't waste your time no more. Who the fuck are you to tell me what to do? I don't give a damn if you say you disapprove. I'm gonna make a move. I'm gonna make it soon. And I'll do it because it's what I wanna fucking do. Cause all these opinions and all these positions, they come in millions. They block your vision, but no, you can't listen. That shit is all fiction because you hold the power as long as you're dreaming.
He has seen a lot of football, and while he might not be as mobile, he might not have the arm strength to make all the throws he had earlier in his career. That experience behind center, that experience being in these moments before, and having that quick mind, there's not a whole lot of defense is going to throw at him that he hasn't made. And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
A pickup of 12 yards. Good for a Patriots first down.
So, Mike, at the core of the successful zone replay is that the quarterback understands
you ain't gonna make it. You ain't never ever gonna break it. You can never beat him, and they're better than you face it. Think that they're giving him, you're not gonna strike it. No, that's what I'm saying. I'm not playing. Don't put you straight. There's too many others, and you're not that great, man. Stop what you're saying. Stop what you're making. Everybody here knows
dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns.
All these fucking thoughts are not what I need anymore.
Very often in the NFL, so the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical game here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
Maybe you can fake it.
As they try to run it here. And he'll get the first down there. Just got a pickup of about 5 yards.
So here's where you really see the value of having a good run. Third and short, fourth and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around and hand the ball to your back, and say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
They'll stay on the ground. Now that's for his business. Inside the 15-yard line. It's a pickup of 13 yards. First down, New England.
This offense has to be thrilled, Mike, with the success they've had here on the ground in this opening quarter. Now as the rest of the game unfolds, everything in the game plan continues to open up.
Right back to him on first down. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Receiver in motion, headed left. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he will not be able to get free. Picking up only a yard. Now it's third down.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Try to pick this one up on the ground. And he's got nowhere to go. That defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up fourth down.
Great job here by this linebacker, Mike. There was no reading and reacting. From the snap, he was attacking. Meets the ball carrier right at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
Way too much fun out in the sun. Hoping when it's gone. Took you to prom. Dance to our song. Dance all night long till the lights come on.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on fourth down. Needing the tough yards. They'll go with their fullback. And he'll fight forward. Doesn't get a whole lot, but he got what he needed. It is first and goal coming up.
We'll see how much that decision costs them as the game unfolds, but give credit to this defense. They found a way to get off the field. They had their backs against the wall there on the opening drive.
They'll try to run this one in.
So these, Mike, are the body blow runs. They're not big gains, they're nothing fancy, but they really set that physical tone for the rest of the game where now a good play caller can use some of these early runs to set up something a little bit bigger down the road.
From the 1, 2nd and goal. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Patriots.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Weekends, weekdays, we'd spend our own way. We were careless, we were
The kicking team off for the extra point.
Time's precious. We love to waste time, whiskey and wine, drinking.
He's got it. And Patriots will take a 7-0 lead.
We were just trying, never wrong. Our journey was life, staying out late, testing our fate, running away. We live for today, young and so bold. Never get old, screw what we're told. We can't be controlled.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. He's across the 20, taking down just shy of the 25. The Saints offense going to take over now for the second time. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Moore going in motion. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. When you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck with his pass rush.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. We'll put a man in motion to the right. Throwing now from the gun. Looking for his tight end there, but led him too far. That's an incompletion.
All right, so the first two, they go clearly to the defense. You got a 1st down sack. That sets everything of the drive for the offense behind the 8 ball. Then they followed up with a forced incompletion. So now 3rd and long, this is a must-pass situation, and the defense has a prime opportunity to get themselves off the field.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. Nearly stopped short of the 1st down, and that will necessitate ultimate punt team. 4th down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
Fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. Patriots making their way back out. Number of uniforms through the years at the Patriot days for those who are old enough to remember. Now this is their NFL rivalry-inspired combo. They call this Nor'easter. Can't look real close, but there are 6 stars around the neckline. That is in reference to the 6 states of New England: Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire, Connecticut, Rhode Island, and of course Massachusetts. Oh, it's also the 6 Super Bowl titles the Patriots have won. Drive to start on the ground, and he will slide his way forward on the West Coast 14 of the yard.
You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient, just kind of wear down this But the problem is, it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So if you want to continue to run the ball this often, they're going to have to look to their defense to play really well.
And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard. It sets up third down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
On third down, it's Brady. Over the middle and take it in. He's got it. 14 yards on that pass play there. Good for a Patriots first down.
These third down conversions are just so important. Like everybody stresses, we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
Here's a run, going left. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
I can tell you firsthand as an offensive guy, we never loved playing in the rain. It always felt like the defense had the advantage. They know it wasn't going to be much of a passing attack. Hard to handle the ball, a lot of turnovers. So they've got to have a lot of early focus offensively and try to get something on track.
Last
play went the wrong way. Sets up second and long.
I'ma get it now, kid. Heard around town, this sound is astounding. Feel my heart pounding, bass is surrounding. Ex-girlfriend, I'ma get it back. Make a couple racks as I make a couple tracks. Stay on the attack as I'm writing every rap in a snapback. Wax off this coach in this jazz. Man, I feel good, dog. I feel good. Woke up a little richer, also with a little wood. If I could teach shit, man, really wish I could. So listen up closely, I'll give you a push. I raise hell every time my lyrics pop off. I take shots at the haters with the side off. Bring better, keep me up.
They bring him down inside the 25-yard line. 19 more on that one, and another first down.
You hear teams talk about it all the time, Mike. Let's win at the point of attack. Boy, this team here early in the first quarter, they've done just that.
I'm one of a kind, and no one like me.
It's not enough, man. I want more. I keep on doing business, open every single
they
door.
come to the
I wanna
line
be the
for
richest, so
first
you see
down
me up
and
on boards.
10.
I can do this through my music, that's how I even the score. I don't take it slow, man. I want it bad. Every single day, I'll be carving out a path like a girl.
He's to the 10. He is out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
I don't ever slack off, so you better back
17 yards on the game, and now they've got first and
Everybody
goal.
stand up, put your fucking hands up.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get first down after first down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need to step up here and get a stop.
And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of the receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest game.
Now give on the ground. He will take this one across into the end zone. Touchdown, New England.
I'll tell you what, this offense has come out and they have completely dominated here in the early going. Like, I mean, this has just been methodical, sustained, back-to-back drives right down the field. And then to finish in the red zone, man, you just can't draw it up any better than that.
Burn that shit like a major laser. Burn that shit like major paper. I melt that beat like a fucking getter. But you know I do it fucking better. And you know I make her
Try
fucking
here
wetter
for
than
the
Johnson.
extra point.
Stormy weather than Calvin Harris. The opposing gender. Four goals got nuts. You better get her. She on that pole like Diplo. I gotta say coach. That's Diplo. Like
No problem with the foot enlisting. It's good. And the Pats will extend their first quarter lead. It's now 14-0.
Yeah, so what? Getting lit like we will sparks. And we coming up like the modern day Mozart. Yeah, we getting lucky with the ladies like we're Def Punk. This is how we party rehab. It's a slam thing. We hear you G-Easy, man, this shit ain't fucking random. It's not a DJ, but that motherfucker's handsome. About to be Darude and turn this beat into a switch it up and make this motherfucker transform.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kicks away. Here comes Hill on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Now, out comes the New Orleans offense. They're ready to take over once again. And so far, 2 drives, 2 punts, no first downs. Not a winning formula as they start drive number 3. Begin with a zone read. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, it's been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Slap the loss on first. Here's second and 14. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And they're going to move the ball all the way up to the 45-yard line. 20-yard pickup there. It's good for a Saints first down.
Switch it up and make this motherfucker transform.
It's so early in the game, you have to be careful now as coaches and players that you don't find yourself trailing early and get out of your game plan. There is so much time left. Stick to what you've worked on all week. There's plenty of time to chip away and see if you can make this thing close come the fourth quarter.
And he will slosh his way forward on the wet surface for a gain of a yard.
At the 46-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
From the 46, here's second and 8. Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he is not going to get away. Might have got a yard, but it will set up third down.
Once the music starts, we ain't never gonna stop. Listen real close, man, all you hear is gossip.
So they'll talk over what to do on this third down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. The Patriots out on top, and we're back to Foxborough in a moment.
Let's go, talking gossip. Yo, I heard that Trevor couldn't fit into a Magnum. Got Becky pregnant cause it broke during action. Dropping out now was a football captain. Working at Subway, what the fuck happened? Annie and a push-up bra looking fantastic. Heard they're both fake, man, chest full of
It's the Saints with the football here as quarter 2 begins. As they come up now on 3rd and 7.
Timmy's had the hung with his third leg gang. Chosen alcoholic, addicted to Bombay. Wait, Kelly gave David SCD in 9th grade. Katie likes to dance and they say her ass will not quit. Once you get her going, man, I heard that she can stop it. Ricky hit it from the back, said he kinda pop quick. This is all the shit I hear, man, call it gossip.
Now they'll set up to throw. Quick throw, taken in. That's a dozen for number 12, and he's got a first down as well.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets to the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Give him 17 more, and they are on a roll. Another first down.
Looks like that run this first half. It's kind of been tough sledding here for this run game. They'd love to see him get going. That last big pickup saved this case, the quarterback thinks it was a keep read. The defense was there ready to stop him. Tackle for loss.
Has another guy in the rotation. All this temptation, best never vacant. Now I hear the Mormons are in an engagement. This shit is crazy. Heard about Daisy. Lost 50 pounds, now she's looking amazing.
He'll drop the throw.
Double D's aim. Me flashing all the boys.
To the left side, in the hands of Watson.
She looking real
And
bright.
they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
Straight A student, now she looking starstruck. It's the last verse, but you know we'll never stop it. Loving too much, man, always wanna talk shit. Ladies on the band, keep it going, they will not quit. This is all the shit I hear, man, call it gossip.
Now a give up the middle.
Yeah, I'm gon' make it now. Give me some time and you'll see me up on stage somehow. I'm working every day, I'm working hella late. I'm working cause it's worth it. Once you make it, then you play. Y'all never slowing down.
The field goal unit staying put. They're gonna line up and go for this on fourth down.
Let's go another round. Make them give up the ground. Nah, I ain't playing, man. I'll take this
looks to throw.
Yeah, I'm already.
He's got his man. It's complete. And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Touchdown, New Orleans.
You don't need any wealth. Gotta live your life.
You know, Mike, I think we're going to see a lot of this. And you know why? It's the new kickoff. So think about it. In the old days, you'd kick a field goal, you'd kick a touchback, and your opponent would have the ball on the 20. You didn't give up as much field position, but you only got 3 points. Nowadays, you go for 3 points and you kick a touchback. They get the ball on the 35. It's almost 30 yards of field position. You're just better off going for touchdowns when you get in here tight.
The PAT up and good. And the Saints are on the board. It's now 14-7.
I'm gonna keep my head down. I'm gonna keep my head down.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away.
Fight till I make it, yeah. Yeah, I'll be okay.
And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin
Yeah, I'll be
there.
okay.
The Patriots offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They lead by a touchdown. This drive begins with 1st and 10.
Believe in never giving up. I don't need someone to help me out. Yeah, I work harder than the rest, smarter than the best. Every day is a test, but I stay obsessed. Maintain progress, keep away from the stress, cause I want nothing less, yeah. I keep moving on, every single day is another gun. Every single day
They'll begin here on the ground. And he's going to take him down to 37.
Not just an artist, I'm doing that.
That runs before he does it. Very quick first down.
Working hard, thinking smart, taking action with passion and using heart. Gain traction, reactions are just
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
And this time they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss. And it's 2nd down.
I think that's just a case of a right call at the wrong time. Like, we typically want to run a draw in more of an obvious passing situation. In this case, the defense was expecting run, and they're able to just eat up that draw.
I'm gonna keep my head down.
Brady to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
To throw, it's Brady. His pass complete to Tompkins. 10 yards, the gain on the pitch and count. Good for a Patriots first down.
Did what I had to do just to
He's in a really nice rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun. And he's able to find his man near the sideline. And he's able to extend this drive.
Take into your hands a plan. Your own hands can land your own brand. And damn, I feel like no one takes
To the air is Brady.
credibility. Convincingly, I'm willing to put in the
Rolling
fucking
right.
hours.
Off he goes.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short
Pray to
gain.
God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second down and 6.
They deserve it now. It's only worth it.
Here's Brady. The throw here is complete. And it'll be a short pickup, but that's not enough for the first down.
Stop till I wear the crown.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. That tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That non-verbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open. That's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
So show me what
Set to
you got,
go
what
now
you bring,
on
how you
first
fight in
and
the
10.
ring, how you take a fucking swing. Do you got heart? Are you mean? Got
Hand off here. And he will slosh his way forward on the wet surface for a gain of a yard.
I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm pissed off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve it now. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's
Ball
only
on
worth
the
it if you
40
work
now.
for it.
Here's second
I
and
won't
8.
stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown.
They'll run. He'll try the left side now. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. Pick up there of 19 yards. First down, New England.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Patriots.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. When you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield, it doesn't get a lot better than this. And his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
Okay, I think I get it now. Don't wanna let him down. I'ma take the ground and speak my mind down loud. Here I go, proud of my notes. Teach him what I wrote, teach him all the hope. Keep him on the road to the dream. All I need is a team. Build your own self-esteem. You can do anything.
Point after,
Prove everything.
coming up here.
Say what you mean and believe in your dream. Find that thing that you love, that you really wanna be, and don't give up till you've given absolutely everything.
The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late.
You feel like you're nothing. Shut that shit down. Crush those thoughts and just trust me.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kicks away.
Round 2.
This one crushed. It's over the back line of the end zone. Touchback, and the ball's coming out to the 35. The Saints offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half, putting up some big numbers already. And remember, we haven't even reached halftime yet.
Turn it all around, put your mind in reverse. When everything hurts, go listen to these words. Your life on this earth has so much worth. You just have to find the right state of
From the
mind.
35, it's first and 10. The middle they go. He'll try to keep his footing, manages to work it ahead for for a couple of yards.
7-yard line.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
He's inside the 30. And he will score. Touchdown Saints. He had the touchdown catch earlier. This time he takes it in on the ground. That was some kind of run, Greg. We saw him break a tackle and then use his elusiveness to get to the end zone for the score.
Mike, for me, it's all watching his feet. I mean, look at him work. His ability to make guys miss in the open field is special. And I'll tell you what, that play, it was something to watch.
Everything's picking sides and I'm right here. I'm running from things that I've done in my past, hoping to become someone that could last. Get out of my way, I'm on the attack. Got something to say and I'm not holding back. Don't need a little
Point drive,
I'll say it to your face. I'll say it to myself and I'll put you in your place. And this world is my prey. I kill without a trace. Give a fuck what you say, cause I'll do it my way. Make a fuck
Through the rain, the kick is good. Saints draw closer here. It's 21 to 14.
Are you inside? I'm sick of never feeling quite right. I'm gonna make a change this time. You better do the same and climb. Are you just a regret? Are you always upset? Do you need to reset? Figure out what's up next. Trust me, take a deep breath. Everything you'll forget. This is now a real threat to every doubt.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Patriots offense and their running back set to go once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10.
I'm sick of the declining mental health. How about you go help out your fucking self? Take control of your life, don't need no one else. It's about time that we all get help from ourselves, like a fucking shelf. Stack the chairs up and find a way to do it all by yourself. We're always deferring to somebody else. The key is to show
Brady
everybody. Don't tell
looking to throw. Looking middle of the field. It's complete. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 was that
Ain't nobody ever gonna stop you.
Give them 14 on that play. One play, one first down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
Now a handoff, running right. And he will slash his way forward on the wet surface for a gain of a yard.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Brady set to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
They're going to motion the tight end over here. They'll try to get this one on the ground. Trying to drive his way forward. I'm not sure he got there. Going to depend on the mark, but yeah, he's short. Short, and it's 4th down.
That's a heck of a stop by this defense early in this game, Mike, and it sets up a decision for the offense. You might be a little too far away to attempt a realistic field goal, but you might be a little too close to get anything out of the punt unit. I think I'm keeping the offense on. I'm trying to extend this drive, and I'm being aggressive here.
Patriots ready for the punt. And this will go down as a punt inside the 20 as it continues out of bounds. The Saints offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense will need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 22-yard line.
As they try to run it here. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
They'll throw here on the 3rd and short. Very close to a first down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the first down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
On comes the punter now, as he is on to punt for New Orleans. Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line.
I'm too sure that this girl is a blessing. She's got the devil's eyes and they'll cut you like a weapon. She's stuck in my mind like a bad obsession. Got bad intentions. She got a body like a cocaine. She likes to keep the party going. You got me feeling lonely. My body, baby, show me.
To throw is Brady. That's complete on the tight end screen. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
Well, you know, Mike, if I had to guess, I'd say that's probably not what they had in mind when they called that play, but those guys on defense, they felt like they knew what was coming from the start, and they got to him in a hurry.
Now it's the flat, and it's complete. First brought down, that pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
It is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. And it's great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
So you best know my name. I got the money in fair. I'ma keep doing my thing. I'll be the best in the game. Everybody knows my name. Fuck all the money in fame. That shit is so overplayed. Parties they all look the same. Parties they all look the same.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
In a cage. I should be on center stage. Popping off like a champagne. Every show is so insane.
Working from the shotgun, he'll hand this one off. Now the Patriots going to use their first timeout. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half.
Fuck all the money and fame, bruh. I'ma keep doing my thing, yeah. OVO like I'm Drake, yeah. Drop the word Lil Wayne, yeah. You know that I'm here to stay, yeah. I'm just a sucker for pain, yeah. Killing these beats like I'm Dre, oh. Little Lucy, Gucci Mane, oh. Got Cardi
Here comes
B in the
2nd and
pain,
4.
oh. Man, I don't got no restraints, oh. I preach your shit like a saint, yeah. I'm sick of hearing complaints, yeah. If you want something like
Tight
fame,
end on the
yeah,
move
then
left.
go do something okay, yeah. But fuck all the money and fame, yeah. That shit is so overplayed.
A run now on 2nd down. And they keep it up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
Patriots first down. It's a gain of 6 on 3rd and 2.
What a luxury, Mike. Granted, to have a guy like this that you know when you need these tough yards, you can just turn around, hand them the ball, and let them go get it. He's had some success already here in the first half, and that's a nice run to keep this drive going.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Now this time they'll look to throw. This one caught by Tompkins. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. That's his third half of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
I like that, I'ma bite back. You know I've become a fan, girl. The way you throw back like a Kodak, girl, you own that. Cruise around without a plan, girl. We'll never go back, girl, you know that. You were so bad, let's just spend a couple grand, girl.
The Patriots will turn it over to their field goal unit. It'll be a 35-yard attempt. He has to drive this through the rain, but he does. The kick is good. And the Pats can extend their lead. It's now 24-14.
Nice job there securing points with that final play. Of course, they would have loved to have come away from that possession with a touchdown, but I think they're going to be happy with 3 going into the break.
Just 1 second remaining in this first half, and they will pick it away.
Cruising PCH with the top down.
No return here. This is a touchdown.
Not now, we ain't slowing down, never knowing now. We just headed south, what it's all about, never had a doubt, yeah. She be sitting shotgun, she a hot one in the hot sun, crop top on, I'ma hop on every single day, head a different way, never stay in place, don't care what they say, we gon' do it anyway. Always by my side, over living life, light every night, we just
Right away,
drive
they'll
by,
set
cruising
up to
high
throw.
life, we're alive, not just getting by, not just letting
He'll
life
look
pass by.
deep,
Underneath the
left
side, grab the
sideline.
real tide, okay, every day is a new day, in a new place, from a new
Shot
space,
on
see a
the
new
final
face
play.
in a few days,
Prayer
with a new
not
way to a
answered.
new state. That's
And that
great,
is how
but an
this
estate
first
for our
half
next
will
day.
come to an end.
Oh, you could have been a good girl.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thanks. The rain might not be as heavy as it was earlier, but still coming down as we get set for this second half.
So I got a dream that I'm gonna be at the top of the scene. I never
Third quarter
restrain,
is set
making my
to
presence
commence.
something to be seen.
And we're back
I'm
underway
making my
here on
scene
EA
that I could be
Sports.
anything I wanna be.
He feels
You
it
got a
at
dream
the
and you
8.
need persistence and lots of belief.
Brought down right at the 25-yard line.
Negative energy, I replace that.
Patriots
I just wanna
offense
be
gonna
me,
have
I'll
the first
fake
crack
that.
at it
I just
as
wanna
we
be free,
begin
I chase
this
that.
third quarter.
I got a new
Gonna be
obsession.
looking
It's helping
to
me teach me
possibly
giving
push
everyone a
this to
lesson.
a
It's living and winning and
three-score
doing something that's
advantage.
impressive. I
What
don't
to
wanna
do
do
on
the
this
same thing, I
drive?
wanna be progressive.
First and 10.
So I'ma make a new me, a new beast, a true fiend. He's everything that he wants to be. Look in the mirror, what he wants to see. It's a dude looking back at me. I stay on track, yeah, track things. I'm setting goals, life hacking. I'm steady stacking. I see myself being happy. A better me with a strategy that I'm attacking.
Here's a run to begin this third quarter. Hunting very difficult in these conditions. He gets forward here for a gain of about 3. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Brady. Going right. It's taken in. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, you stick that foot to the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball.
And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. A game winner of 15. Good for a Patriots first down.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half. And he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
He'll be on down at about the 35-yard line. Good run after a good run. This one for 14 yards and another first down.
Starting to see a back right now, Mike, that's finding his way with this defense. Back-to-back big gains. Have to see, do they just continue to ride the hot hand, or do they start putting the ball in the air?
Right back to him on first down. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. And we'll get a whistle, stoppage, an injured Patriot. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment.
I can hear the drums in the distance.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
Everything can change in an instant. You may stay
Thrown into a sea of bodies, but it's complete. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
Brings up third
I can
and 8.
feel my heart pounding. Hold our heads up and miss the chant. We'll be shouting. This is war, you won't take me. This is war, you can't break me. It's just me.
Blitz coming, he'll throw it. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
Anytime you call a running back screen, the key is the relationship between the offensive line and their running back. They have to be in sync perfectly to set up the big play. That wasn't the case here on third down. He gets tackled short of the sticks.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Patriots will extend their third quarter lead.
Anytime you find yourself kicking in these elements, Mike, you just can't take anything for granted, especially when it comes to your plant foot, your balance, your control, your footing. It's so important, and give credit, he does a great job here able to put that one through.
I won't blink twice into the end of me, won't make it out alive. I got a full supply of energy and might get the wrong side, Here I go, taking every single
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as they kicks away.
legendary.
Here comes Hill on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Saints offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They need to start making some inroads here, down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll throw it left and has his running back. That keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play. You put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and a couple. They'll run. And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up third down.
Brings up third and less than a yard.
It's the quarterback with the sneak, and he's going to to be close to that first down. Looks like he made it past the yellow line. Yes, he did. It is indeed a first down.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
And he just hopes to stay on his feet here, picking his way forward for a gain of about 4. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. Here's a run, go left. This defense falls over this one, making him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Number one rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Here's the ball thrown deep right sideline.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the 3rd quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive. Instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
Fair catch signal and taken at about the 18-yard line. So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with 1st down.
I'm looking at myself right now. The mirror nearly breaks itself. I'm screaming out 'cause I need help, and you're the one that let me down. I'm looking at myself right now. The mirror nearly breaks itself. I'm screaming out 'cause I need help.
On play action, here's Brady. Under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him.
It looked like that zone coverage had his head a little bit spinning there, Mike. I'm not sure he got a real clear picture of what the defense was giving him, and as a result, he holds the ball a little bit longer than he would have liked, and defense is able to get home.
Throwing now from the gun. Quick hitting slant there. Well, they'll get some of the sack yards back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
It's actually a really nice job there on 2nd down, putting this into a 3rd and more manageable down and distance. Remember, they suffered that 1st down sack, and so often that can derail the drive, but they got a chance here to pick this up and maintain possession.
Moving left. They'll try and get there on the ground.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. It's not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
And the Patriots ready to kick it away. As he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Covered by Hutchie. They stop him before he can get any return break up. The Saints offense ready to take over once again. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10.
It's over this time, yeah, you came and went. I know that I might be crazy. I wish that I could forget you, baby. I don't know why, but I feel lost lately.
And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Here's a toss, right side. line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
Not going for two, they'll kick the point after. He's got it, and the Saints are back within 6.
I was born to be a fighter, had these dreams and desires. I would be something better, energy, got a fire in my soul to keep burning, a pain that keep hurting, a curse is emerging, feel the thirst, keep on working, I won't stop, I won't quit, to the top of this shit, I get lost in the work, sweat dripping, not a bitch, I get mad, I get pissed, I get after this shit, hit the gas, feel the grip, adrenaline, never miss, I'm not patient, but I've learned to embrace it, cause I've been working, I've been waiting, never complacent, cause I'm so close, I can taste it, want it away from everything I've been chasing, I'm honest.
This will be returned from the 6.
All I wanted has been exhausted.
And he brought it down at his 25. Pieces field position to start this drive. The Patriots offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the top conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far.
To get to the top, there you must be rare. You got one shot, life ain't fair. Are you gonna win or is your place scared? I will not stop, I can prepare. To get to the top, there you must be rare.
Start on the ground, and he will not be able to turn up field. They'll drop him behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. Really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. Never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Yeah, I'm addicted to winning. If that's a sin, I'll be sinning. I'm disciplined when I'm in it, and this is just the beginning.
They'll stick with him again. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up third down.
You can't lock me into cages. Deserve to be on stages. I will be the greatest. Do it yourself, I made it. DIY from the basement. I'll take my life into my own hands, my own plan. Yeah, I got a backbone, designing my own program. I'm meant to the next wave of the bravest, so don't be late. I'm
Brady
about to make changes.
They really ratcheted up the coverage there, and they forced fourth down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
Life ain't fair. Are you gonna win or is your place scared? I will not stop. I can prepare to get to the top.
Cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Saints offense and their running back sets to go once more. The deficit, 6 points. Touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. First and 10. Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Brings up second and 9.
From the 38 now, here's second and 9. He'll drop to throw. To the left side, into the hands of Moore. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
Opinions until I am dead. They all go to sleep, but you listen instead. Listen some more and you'll cease to regret. I keep on working, I got it on track. You gonna see my name up on the flag. I said the shit and I'll never come back. I keep this bitch on the line to attack. Never look back. I make a record like Crash. Top of my bracket, I smash. Pop like a pack.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Open man outside. He's got it. They get 18 on the pitching catch. First down, New Orleans.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Don't call it a comeback.
Third down, downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Toward the middle, that's by Moore. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. 19 more on that one, and another first down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage, and it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
They'll run for the first time with their fullback. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, like, it's so important that you remain really efficient on first and second down. The last thing you want is to be in third and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long, sustained drives on the ground, you kick a field goal, that's a win for the defense.
And they'll only manage to pick up 3 yards, and that leads to third down.
Watching him throughout this game has been incredible, Mike. I mean, I've loved watching him perform. The reality is it just hasn't impacted the outcome of the game. It's really been a wasted individual effort unless they can somehow find a way to flip this thing around.
Quick throw here is complete. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up first and goal.
First and goal at the 10-yard line.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that third down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
We're down at the 6.
Second and goal at the 6-yard line.
Second and goal. Now they'll set up to throw. Under pressure, and now he's going to go down back at the 8-yard line. So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Disposal, but they'd love to get it right here on third and goal. And he's going nowhere. Met and dropped behind the line. And now it's fourth and goal.
So often down here in these goal-to-go situations, so much of the emphasis is placed on taking away the wide receivers and the tight end targets in the end zone. It's not so easy bringing these backs down on the check down, so give a lot of credit to this defense, rallying to the ball and keeping them short of the end zone.
So, a big one coming for their veteran kicker. This to cut the deficit in half. And this one, right down the middle. It's good. Big points there. They are back within 3 here in the fourth quarter.
It's it's always a little bit of a letdown. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get free.
Cut into the lead, now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. From the 6, here comes the return. They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. The Patriots offense make their way out. They go for once more. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Brady set to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Slot man in motion right. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And a mark down just shy of the 40. A pickup there of 13. 1st down, New England.
You know, there's all this talk, Mike, about the value of the run game in today's NFL. You know when the run game matters? It matters right now. 4th quarter, you've got the lead. Can you lean on your running back and offensive line to close this game out?
And he'll try to get this footing. He manages to work it ahead for a couple of yards. They face 2nd down and 7.
They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense. And right now, it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
Try to pick this one up on the ground. 1st down and more inside the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds down at the 30. A gain there of 23 yards. Good for Patriots 1st down.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead. You're in the 4th quarter. They're able to pop off a big run.
This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap. Not this one. They stop him for no gain.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
2nd and 11. To throw, it's Brady. This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest gain.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
It looks middle, and he's got his man complete. A pickup of 14 on that one. 1st down, New England.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super concerned. Just handoff right, handoff left. and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
2nd and 5. Now again, on the ground, and he's found well after a gain of a yard.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 3.
They've converted twice on 3rd down on this drive. Now facing 3rd and 3. Tight end, the motion man to the right. On 3rd down, it's Brady. This one caught at the 4. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Touchdown, New England. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
I'm on the chase now, leave me on my own. I got a chance to break now, here I fucking go. Take control of fate now, I control my flow. And I know that I'll be great, how putting on a show.
So they'll line it up to kick the extra point.
The haters always thinking that they could fucking break me.
He knocks it through. The Patriots will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter.
Can't save me, no I ain't crazy, no. But society has me going so crazy, yo. Don't play me, no my mind's hazy, yo. And I'm sick of me feeling this way daily. My life till it's over, and I will not forgive those who hold me down. And I will never give up, I'm moving forward. And I will never miss my
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes Hill on the return. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Now out comes the New Orleans offense. They're ready to take over once again. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10.
So do it right. Keep your friends tight and your family in sight. Never cease to fight for the things you think are right. Cause you just might find you control your own mind, you'll be fine, just take your time, enjoy the climb, enjoy the grind,
They put Watson in motion.
Give that shit a try, but the limit is the sky,
They'll be hit here on the ground. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
All the qualities that make a good safety are seen on display on this play. Speed, pursuit, and then the intensity and the strength at the point of contact for the tackle to keep this ball carrier to no gain. That is a complete safety play.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And he'll be stopped short of 1st down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike. You never go broke taking a profit. Give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back, allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
On target some more. And he's going to pick up the 1st down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
Critical 3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score. They got to score fast.
Now a give up the middle. He'll try to keep his footing. Manages to work it ahead for a couple of yards.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
you're never gonna make it. You're not good enough, there's a million other people with the same stuff. You really think you're different, man, you must be kidding. Think you're gonna hit it, but you just don't get it. It's impossible, it's not probable, you're irresponsible. Too many obstacles, you gotta stop it though. You gotta take it slow, you can't be a pro, no, it's your time no more. Who the fuck are you to tell me what to do? I don't give a damn if you say disapprove. I'm gonna make the move, I'm gonna make it soon. And I'll do it cause it's what I wanna fucking do. Cause all these opinions and all these positions, they come in millions. They blocking your vision, but no, you can't listen. That shit is all fiction, cause you hold the power as long as you're dreaming.
There's no way that you make it. And maybe you can fake it, but you're never gonna make it.
Tight end going in motion here.
You're just gonna take that.
Cut back snap as he'll throw it on third down. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down.
Things certainly look a little improbable right now, Mike, but I wouldn't say impossible. I think they've got to capitalize on this possession to pick up some points. Every single possession right now is priceless. Points, possessions, and then they got to get some defensive stops.
And he'll be forced out of bounds and pick up a couple on that one.
You ain't gonna make it, you ain't never ever gonna break it. You can never beat them and they're better than you face it. Thinking that they're giving them, you're not thinking straight, kid. No, they don't give a damn, you got what I'm saying. I'm
right
not
on the
playing, I'll keep you
50-yard
straight, man. There's too many others and you're not that
Here's
great, man.
second
Stop
and
what you're saying, stop what you're making. Everybody here knows that you just I don't wanna hear it anymore. I don't wanna hear it anymore. I'm just gonna box it, I'm not gonna need anymore. I'm about to shut the motherfucking door. And all you poor ass haters with your heads in the clouds, talking out loud so proud. You better shut your goddamn mouth before I do more speak out. It's about to head south.
Never gonna make it. There's no way that you make it. And maybe you can fake it, but you're never gonna make it. Or you just gonna take that.
Made by Moore. And he's going to get this close to a first down, but he's out of bounds a yard short. And that's going to make it fourth down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
Now or never, they'll be run on fourth down. High throw over the middle, that's taken in. And they're going to get the first down. They were forced to go for it, and it's going to work out for them.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
That one good for 26 yards. First down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. How would you like to be this running back here? You get the ball, you're thinking, all right, get through the line. Next thing you know, the big old D-tackle is just waiting for you there in the hole. Nowhere for you to go as he takes you down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive. And what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, it's a little bit different now.
Here's a shot toward the end zone. That is going to be pulled in. He's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Now the try for an extra point. extra point. The difference is just 3, a field goal here in the fourth quarter.
You look good when you're undressed. I heard you like to get away. I heard you like to stay out late. I heard you had a couple boyfriends. I heard they didn't treat you right. I heard you're hated by your girlfriends, 'cause all the guys want you tonight. Yeah, they say she's too hot, they say she's too cold. Where she came from, nobody really knows. They say she looks smart.
So they cut into the lead, now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. Safe kick taken at the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Patriots offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Defense is going to take their first time out. Remember, they get an extra one built in with a 2-minute warning coming up momentarily. Here's Brady. The throw out wide. It's caught. And he'll get about 7. Still short of that first down. They'll try to convert it on 3rd down.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. This one just too far for the receiver. Out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
Head up, that's a fact. Never looking back. I'ma keep myself in check. Keep my head up, staying strong. Always moving on.
And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning.
Die with no regrets. Live with every breath. See my message start to spread, and I had so many dreams. When you hit your teens, life ain't really what it seems. Try to find out what it means. Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing.
Here is 1st and 10.
Till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's. I just wanna keep moving. Yeah, I put it.
They'll keep it on the ground. They'll try to keep it fully. Manages to work it ahead for a couple of yards. Here comes 2nd down. They'll run here. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down.
I'm stable. No play ball. You know me. I got it on me. Come back. Lonely. But damn, I'm going to win. I want no fake love. I want the real stuff. Everybody listen up, 'cause I'll only say it once. I'll show you all the path. If you want it bad, I'll show you.
They'll drop the throw.
You can get it back.
Got his man. That's great. And he's going to pick up the 1st down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
Well, nothing real fancy here, Mike. Not a huge pickup, but anytime on 3rd down, you got to know where the sticks are, who's your most reliable player, and I think everybody in this booth knows exactly what position that is.
Quick throw, taken in. Can be made now at the 40-yard line. Saints going to use their 2nd timeout, and they stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. One timeout remaining, and it's 1st and 10.
I'm stable.
They'll stick to the ground, and he finds his space after a gain of 7 on 1st down. New Orleans' 3rd and final timeout. It comes with 36 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. Second down and 3.
Everybody knows that I'm breaking down. Everybody knows I ain't faking it.
They'll run.
Everybody knows my head's faking it.
Good running there. He's got the 1st down inside the 30.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on 3rd down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in 3rd down. I want to get all of my conversions on 1st and 2nd down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because, think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Big one coming for their veteran kicker. This to force overtime. This one is on target, and it is good. And we are almost certainly bound for overtime.
And that's just a big-time kick right there. I mean, think about all the things running through this kicker's head. He knows if he misses it, this game's over. But he's cool. He's calm. He steps up, takes a deep breath, and he knocks it through to extend this game.
I'm alone, I'm alright. It's so cold outside. I'm alone, I'm alright.
Final seconds here, overtime looming on the horizon as they kick it off. From a yard deep, he's going to bring it out. And he's down at 23, and that's where the offense will take over. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Handoff here, up the middle, and he's going to be taken down, and that will do it. 4 quarters, no winner. Let's keep going. We're off to overtime.
Yeah, I don't believe in destiny. I just do what's best for me. Don't listen to my enemies. They're just full of jealousy. Yeah, this legacy, you gon' see what's left of me. You gon' see success in me. You ain't seen the rest of me. I just wanna be the best at what I know. Better than the rest, just watch me grow. Put me to the test and watch me go. This is my quest, I'ma make it known. They call me obsessive, oh I know. Call me selective with my notes. Call me aggressive with my flow. Call me offensive even though so it ain't gonna lie, might stop. Try to get by, might stop. Try to do it right, it's not enough. Even though you try, you still mess up. I'm still gonna fight for what I love. Still gonna die for what I love. Still gonna try, I won't give up. Still gonna fight until I've won. They say I'm way too obsessed and I've got nothing at the end. I'm not quite there yet, but it goes
4 quarters could not determine a winner. We get back underway here in overtime. We'll return this from the 10. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Patriots offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. 4-yard line. They get 11 and quickly pick up a first down.
At the 44-yard line.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game, and the ability to make those two things look alike. Man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
We don't give these big guys enough credit, Mike, just how fast these defensive tackles really are. Here he uses his speed to break through, take the back down for a loss.
And I've got nothing left, and I'm not quite there yet, but those words they'll regret, 'cause I've got something left.
Here's a 2nd and 12.
I will not let them win. I won't stop till the end. No.
Now a first throw here in overtime. They'll try to set up the screen here. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. They have the right play call. The screen goes for 15 and a first down.
At the 43-yard line.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
Very difficult in these conditions. He gets forward here for a gain of about 3.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 6.
All day and all night, and stay up.
From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Staying awake till the sunrise. We were in love, couldn't stop us. Like a good drug, never was.
We hook up in my car,
Here now, 3rd and 5.
you show me your heart, let down our guards.
They bring their tight end right.
Stare at the stars, we would never.
Brady looking to throw. Gets it away quickly and it's caught. He's going to have enough for a first down. He's out of bounds after a gain of 5.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that, be a bit of a letdown. The receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
To throw is Brady, who else another catch for his favorite target. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end.
Over the middle and take it in. He's got it. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
Late nights, long fights, it felt right. We would love life, we would go out.
This has been a really impressive drive, Mike, really from the start, and this is something defenses want to force offenses to do. Methodically work their way down the field, but they've been highly efficient, and now they get another first down.
Got his man at the 6. He's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Greg, exactly the way you want to handle it when you get the ball to start overtime.
Absolutely, Mike. You want to strike first. You understand the defense is wearing down. It's been a long game. Now you are one stop away from getting out of here with a huge win.
Don't forget about the extra point here. This, an important one. The kick is good. So an ideal start to this overtime. And now it's up to the defense to preserve a 7-point lead.
And how careless we could be. And how careless we could be.
So, thanks to that recent rule change, still the chance to extend this game and match that opening overtime score as they receive the kickoff here. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Saints offense are now ready to take over once more. They'll start out first down and 10. Set up to throw. Got it open downfield on the crossing route. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A huge play there in overtime. It's a gain of 34.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make things happen.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. From the 34-yard line, here's second down and 3. He'll drop to throw. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
A bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately his passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
They'll throw here on third and short yardage. Searching for some kind of seed to go forward. It's not there. They got behind the line. Fourth down coming up.
It's just one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he'll be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. Now they got a fourth down decision to make.
Now they'll set up to throw. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on down. So it's a win for the Patriots. They had to work for this one. All even through 4 quarters, able to get the breakthrough in overtime to come away with the victory.
Do you really hate me? On a scale of 1 to 10, would you rate me? All the social media has got me going crazy lately.
So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to EASports.com. The Patriots winners at home as we say so long from Foxborough.
Taking back my fucking life, I just wanna feel alive.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah, I'm the one to get it, bruh. I swear to God I'll get it, bruh. Hey, I ain't never giving up. Said I never give up. Fake it till I make motherfucking take it back from these haters, playing tracks for the traitors. Got the past